In this video, I'm going to show you how to lose 30 pounds without extreme diets or living in the gym so you can finally feel confident in your body and feel more like yourself. My name is Andres Ayesta. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm the founder of Planus Nutrition. And what I do is I help high-performing men over 30 lose fat, build muscle, and regain their energy without sacrificing their careers or their family time. I worked with professional athletes all across the board in every major sports league, CEOs of multi-million-dollar companies, and over 700 people have gone through our programs. So if you want to drop 20 to 30 pounds without another restrictive diet that falls apart after a few weeks, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you get notified every time that I release a new video. Now, let's dive in. Here's the reality, guys. A lot of you in their 30s and 40s believe that the only way to lose weight is to eat less, train harder, and push through with a lot more discipline. And I get it. That makes a lot of sense because that's what every single influencer and diet guru has been telling you for years. Here's the problem with that belief. It causes you to burn out quickly because you're relying on willpower instead of systems you put in place. You lose muscle along with fat because you're under-eating and overtraining. I see this all the time. And you're regaining the weight as soon as life gets busy or stressful, which happens a lot more often than you can probably accept. This leads to feeling very frustrated, very defeated, and you're stuck in the same cycle of starting over every few months. Does that sound familiar to you? That's because this belief is keeping you stuck. That's reality. But there's a better way. The fastest way to lose 30 pounds and keep it off is not more discipline. That is an ingredient. But the main important thing that you need is installing a system that makes consistency and discipline a little bit easier and more automatic. Here's why this works. As James Clear, he is the author of one of my favorite books called Atomic Habits. He said it this way: you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems or your habits. You gotta think about it like this. If discipline were enough, every business owner will be rich and in great shape. But you didn't scale your business or maybe advance in your career by wanting more. You installed things like tracking systems. You built processes. You created feedback loops and made decisions with data instead of emotion. Yet with your health, you're still trying to white knuckle results. You're using the same brain, different rules, and that's the problem. I've seen this firsthand with hundreds of people that have gone through my program. Take Mike, for example. He came to me eating around 1,800 calories, training 5 to 6 days a week, and still carrying an extra 30 pounds. He was around 225 pounds when he started. He was doing everything the gurus and everything online told him to do. Eating clean, supposedly, hitting the gym hard, staying super disciplined, but he was stuck. And the breakthrough wasn't more discipline, it was installing a system. 1, a clear operating system for his nutrition. 2, a structured training plan that was focused on strength, not just cardio, and had literally a specific process to follow. Number 3, objective tracking with weekly adjustments, which led to number 4, we started to remove emotion from food decisions, and also that even in itself improved his relationship with food. He didn't try harder. He stopped guessing, and the weight finally came off and stayed off. And he did that over the course of 4 months. And he said it this way: and in 4 months, I accomplished more than I couldn't accomplish in the past 4 years.
But, if you don't take the time and invest in yourself and put a little faith in yourself to do something like this, then you're just never going to do it.
Every control behavior change model shows the same thing. When your outcomes rely on your willpower, your results tend to decay over time. Now, when your outcomes rely on systems plus feedback loops, think about this as accountability, something that is telling you what's wrong or not, awareness, your consistency increases and your stress decreases, also because of the fact that you start to see that when you implement specific things, you start to see the results of that. This is why businesses track numbers. This is why pilots use instruments. This is why elite athletes follow protocols. Health is not the exception here. Here's the thing, you already believe this in business or in your work. You don't try harder to add your revenue, you track stuff. You don't rely on motivation for like cash to start flowing, right? You build systems to help you do that. Marketing systems, sales systems, or if you're part of an organization and you work for them, you were part of a company that was built on these. Yet with your body, you've been doing the opposite, and that's the disconnect that happens. Most people think losing weight is about restriction and sacrifice. Again, these are ingredients. What if it's actually about building the right structure? What if the problem isn't your discipline, it's that your environment and your systems do not support that consistency? When you stop blaming yourself and you start designing consistency, everything starts to change. And again, don't take my word for it, even though I implement this myself, but I've been coaching clients for over 12, almost 13 years as a registered dietitian. And I work with pro athletes in the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, and I help CEOs in high performance who have zero time to waste on approaches that don't work. It's not just me. Again, Mike is a business owner. He went from eating 1,800 calories and stuck at 220 pounds to eating over 2,500 calories, dropping 30 pounds and keeping it off through one of the hardest years of his life physically. Another client, TJ, had been trying to figure this out on his own for years. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't clueless. He was consuming tons of great content, including mine, but he was running around in circles. And in 2 months of working together, TJ accomplished what he couldn't do on his own in 2 years. It's not just weight loss. He gained a new identity, calm control around food, and confidence that just didn't disappear when life got busy. This works because it's based on a principle. Consistency doesn't come from trying harder forever. It comes from no longer needing to try. Write that down. Once you have the right systems in place, the results become predictable instead of random. So if you want to lose 20 to 30 pounds without another restricted diet that falls apart after a few weeks, here's what you need to do next. Number one, subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos that I publish in here where I break down exactly how to build these systems. Second, if you're ready to stop guessing and you want a personalized plan and the feedback loop, aka the accountability designed specifically for your body and your lifestyle, I put together an assessment strategy conversation call where we'll assess exactly what's been keeping you stuck and design a game plan to get you unstuck, even if you don't work with us. This is by application only. The link is in the description box below. Third, if you found this valuable and you want to see more content like this, drop a comment below. Let me know what your biggest struggle is right now when it comes down to losing weight. I read every comment and I'll do my best to help. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.